Hello, this is Luke Voulgarakis from LV Life and welcome to your quick tarot for week commencing the 13th of January 2025. As always, we're going to start with 3 general energies. And then we're going to do each of your signs, all 12 zodiac signs, and remember to go to your sun, moon, and rising. So in the description, you will see the timestamps for each of those so that you know where to fast forward to. All right, let's start with our general energies. 6 of Cups reversed. King of Cups reversed. And 2 of Pentacles upright. Let me pick them up. Da 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 da. All right, so these cards right here. Let's see what they mean for your general energies. So we start with we've got 2 lots of cups reversed, right? So we've got the King of Cups and the 6 of Cups. Now, if you know anything about the way that I read reverse meanings like the internal part of us. Upright would be external factors, more physical things. And reversed is about what's going on inside, in our emotions, in our minds, in our hearts, in our energy, in our spirit, all like that. So what we've got here, the 6, I mean, this is such a cute card. The 6, we see 2 children sniffing daisies growing out of cups. Isn't that lovely? As an adult, if we saw a daisy growing out of a cup, we might think that's a bit weird. But as a child, they don't have that concept of judgment. They just embrace it for what it is. They just accept it, that is part of life. Daisies growing out of cups is part of life. And they explore it with curiosity. They enjoy it. They embrace it. And so when we think about that kind of energy, how do you embrace yourself? How do you view yourself, or how do you judge yourself? And that's really the key here. Perhaps there's some aspects of self-judgment that have been playing on your mind for a while. They've been perhaps driving you a little bit insane, really just not comfortable with the self, not accepting of the self. And so this card is asking you to look at things more curiously. Look at things like a child. Look at things from a place of absolute acceptance, because that's the way that it is. So can you look at yourself in that way? Then we've got this King of Cups. And the King of Cups energy, look, I mean, he sits up there on this very choppy sea, and he's cool as a cucumber. And so I feel like with the 6 of Cups, again, if you're looking at yourself a bit differently, if you're trying to let go of some of that self-judgment and move towards acceptance, you're going to start to be more like this king. When the storm's happening around you, when the seas are choppy, you can sit up there cool, calm, collected, knowing your place on that throne. And the throne really is your birthright. And so I feel like a big part of this process for you is your birthright to get okay with yourself, to get comfortable with yourself, to feel in acceptance of the self. And then we've got this 2 of Pentacles upright. And so we know that Pentacles are the more physical aspects of the world, things like money, career, homes, etc. So we've already got this kind of stormy weather in the back behind the king, or the stormy seas rather. You can see that same image depicted here on this 2 of Pentacles. And it's really very much about finding balance, finding the ability to stay afloat in that storm. And so we've got these pentacles surrounded by this infinity symbol, this eternity symbol. And I feel like that's it. Right? It's like if you can find balance and structure and stability in the crazy times that exist, then you've got that skill for life. You've got that balance for life. And so I think that this is very much it. I think the key to you restoring balance in your life is to look at things, or look at yourself rather, more curiously, more open-mindedly, more in acceptance, and with less judgment. So I hope that resonated. Now let's see how that goes together with the individual readings for each sign. So we start with Taurus. Taurus, the Three of Swords reversed. Now look, we see this, it's like three being stabbed in the heart 3 times. This is a heavy energy. But in the reverse position, I feel like that's a sense of it not being physically active anymore. Like the heartache that you've experienced is no longer physically happening, but it's the aftermath, it's the feelings, it's the emotions, it's the pain of that stuff, not the physicalities of it. And so if you think about that with the general energies reading, it's really time for you to start looking at that situation that caused you to feel this way and looking at it with more curiosity, looking at your own part in that process, your own self in that process, and trying to remove judgment from that. And that's what's going to help heal, is removing the judgment. That's going to be the healing part of this. So Taurus, I feel like this is a healing week for you, if you can lean into that kind of self-acceptance mode. Virgo. Virgo, we've got the Three of Wands reversed. Upright, this Three of Wands is a little bit like going on an exploration, going to find new opportunities and seek new things and try out lots of different stuff. In the reverse position, I feel like maybe the word stagnant is coming to mind. Perhaps you're feeling a bit held back, a bit withdrawn, you've lost your get up and go. And so this is reminding you again, given the general energies reading, look at yourself first. Look at the conversations you have with yourself, the way that you think and feel about yourself. And stop focusing on, I should be doing this, I should, or I could be doing that, or I've got this opportunity. That's all the physical stuff. What you want to do is go back to self. How can I move forward energetically? How can I move forward emotionally? How can I think and feel better about myself? Because then those opportunities are going to be much more open and available for you, much more in alignment with you, and you're going to have the energy to go and get them. But right now, you don't have that energy. So you have to be looking at the self this week. All right, Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn, I've thrown all the cards on the floor. You're going to get this one. Aha, the bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. This is very much like that. Things starting to blossom and bloom and just because of you, things that are around you that you've curated, that you have put energy and effort into. And so what you're looking for this week is not stuff that's out there, but stuff that's in here. And not internally, but like, what stuff have you created? What stuff is close to you? What do you actually have? You know, what's physically around you? Because I feel like sometimes you don't stop enough to recognize how good you've got it, because you're always maybe trying to achieve more, or you're waiting for them to blossom even more. But that bird in the hand is what's important. What do you actually have? What's close to you? What's yours? What have you curated and created that you have, that you can be proud of, that you can feel good about? That's your focus this week, Capricorn, recognizing how good you've got it. Because you have put in so much work and so much effort, and it's kind of time to stop and smell the roses. Okay, Sagittarius. Oh, the moon card reversed. Look at these crazy rabid dogs and this lobster and all the fire coming down from the sun and the moon. It's nuts. The moon card is nuts. The important part here is that transition, right? You're moving from one tower to another. And that's the important part, because the tower card is when everything comes crashing down around us. We know that one. We've all had it. It's not very nice. But it clears the path for something new. It clears the path for something better. And I feel like you're on that transition between the old tower and the new tower. Because it came out reversed, I feel like you are being asked to navigate your transition through the moon energy, feminine energy, like intuition, perception, what feels good, what's fluid. So we're not using logical brains this week. You're going to be using your more intuitive, internal guidance system to help you get from that old tower towards the new one, okay? So yeah, using that really leaning into that non-logical, more intuitive decision making this week. All right, Leo, Page of Wands reversed. Oh, I love the page. I always say it. He's in a fabulous mini dress. Look, he is stood here full of hope, full of opportunity, ready to go. In this reverse position, again, I think that I mean, this is obviously a big theme because it does really link to those general energies, but it's you. You're either holding yourself back or you're carrying yourself forward. It doesn't really matter which way you're going, but it's on you. And so you're not looking for someone to come along and scoop you up and give you a golden opportunity. You've got to make it. You've got to create it. But to do that, you really need to understand yourself. You really need to understand what you actually want, what is actually right for you, what actually feels in alignment, what is actually part of your bigger vision, your goal. It's all on you. And so don't expect someone to come and give you an opportunity this week. You have to create it yourself. Okay, Aries. Oh, the Ace of Swords reversed. So much reversed energy going on this week. This is victorious, right? We know that because the Ace of Swords is yielding a big crown on top of that. But I feel like it's some kind of... you're expecting a physical victory. I don't know, maybe a financial win or opportunity or winning a fight with someone. I don't know. You're expecting something more physical. But what the universe, this hand in the cloud, is delivering is much more internalized, much more thoughts, feelings, emotions based, much more maybe like a light bulb moment or an aha moment. It's a feeling thing, right? Or an intuitive thing even. But I just feel like what the universe is delivering you is not what you're physically asking for. It's not necessarily what's on your vision board. But energetically, you're starting to align. Energetically, the universe is giving you like an upgrade or a boost. And that then will help you start to attract the physical. But I feel like you're just having an energetic upgrade this week. Okay, Gemini. Ooh, that nearly jumped into my coffee. Gemini, you have got here this Eight of Cups. You can see all these cups standing and this person walking away. Do you need to turn your back on something right now? You know, is it time to almost put the past behind you in a sense of... and look, and we know cups are around people and the emotions related to people. So is it time to put some of that stuff to bed? Is it time to say goodbye to like the thoughts, opinions, ideas of other people, the expectations of you? Is it just time to say goodbye to all of that, right? And just to really let that stuff shed and go. Because I feel like you can't move forward until you've done that. I think you're perhaps just holding on to the value of others or the value that they place on you more than you need to. And I think that this is a week of shedding, a week of letting that go and just toodling off on your own journey, really. And, you know, almost like, fuck it. Bye, bitches. That kind of energy where you just stop worrying about those things and you just kind of put your big boy or big girl pants on and just head off and do your own thing and feel good and okay about that. All right. Where were we at? Aquarius. Okay. Not dissimilar to Capricorn, which is interesting for me because I'm an Aquarian sun and a Capricorn rising. So this is good for me. Laugh about me. So again, this is admiring the fruits of your labor. It is really looking hard at all of the effort that you've put in and starting to watch it pay off. I feel like if you've been struggling for a while, physically, financially, you're just starting to see things pick up again. Or you've been putting in so much effort and so much work and not been seeing it pay off, but now you are. Now, just like little by little, increment by increment, you're really starting to see things pay off, starting to blossom and bloom, and it's going to start to be really worth it. But it's just about now taking that energy, that time to step back and observe for a moment and look at how good you have done. You might even just need that kind of self reassurance or pat on the back for yourself, that we often forget to stop and do. So yeah, good stuff, Aquarians. All right, Libra. Knight of Cups. Oh, Libra. It's another victorious card. It's physical in terms of its uprightness. You're not running into battle here. This is really about the right people in the right places. I feel like actually somebody might be coming in here that really believes in you and is going to help you with your victory, is going to like maybe give you the victory, hand you the victory even. I just feel like there's another energy coming in who's going to just really have an impact on the things that you are trying to succeed. I don't think there's anything you need to do about it other than just let them tootle in and do their thing, work their magic. So yeah, it's quite exciting. I definitely feel like somebody is coming in to uplift you and to really support your vision and your goal. All right, Cancerians. We have got here the Seven of Swords. You can see this cheeky guy, he's sneaking away with those swords, and he's left two in the background. This is like picking and choosing your battles. In the reverse position, I feel a little bit like this is you really understanding how battles and challenges impact you. So when you're, getting riled up about something or taking on the world or being forthright or arguing your point for something, what does that serve? Does it just please your ego to prove that you're right? Or does it actually result in anything good? Because I feel like sometimes the battle amongst all of that and the stress and the challenge and the trying to win or prove that other person wrong just causes you more stress and anxiety. And so there's an aspect of knowing when it's right to fight and when it's right to let it go. And so I wonder if you need to move into some of that let it go energy without breaking into a Disney song this week. Just really lean into that, really recognizing where you should get involved and where you shouldn't for your own benefit. Nothing to do with anybody else, nothing to do with trying to prove someone wrong or anything else externally. But for you, is it worth your energy? All right, Scorpio. Oh, Three of Pentacles, Scorpio. I feel like you're stepping out of a dark place. Like, I even know Scorpio energy can be a bit dark. But like you're stepping up, you're taking control, you're gathering your team, and you're getting out of this. And again, Pentacles, so maybe it's like a money situation or some kind of physical situation that's been really difficult and challenging and dark. You're taking that action, you're doing the work, you're calling in your team, you're asking for the favors, and you're stepping up and making changes. So it's important this week to do that, to step up, to step into your own power, to ask for help, to gather your team, to get yourself out of a place that you've been in that you don't like. Yeah, so real stepping up energy, Scorpio. All right, Pisces. Pisces, the Magician reversed. You can manifest, create, do anything, Pisces. Right, well, we all can, but particularly this week for you because of this Magician card. But you need to know what it is. That's the thing. It's reversed, right? And sometimes we have these great ideas about what we want, but they're all external. They physically can exist, but are they going to bring you the joy, or are they just really nice things to have? Don't get me wrong, I'm a stuff person. I'm okay with wanting to manifest stuff or money or whatever, but what's the need behind it? And can you settle into the feeling or the thing that it needs to fulfill? And so you're being asked this week, maybe if you're vision boarding, for example, like it's a good time of year to do that. I'm hosting a vision boarding workshop tomorrow, just FYI. How do you lean into the need that sits behind it? I want a big house, right? Why? I want a Ferrari. Why? I want a partner or a family. Why? What is the need that sits behind it? What's the feeling, the thought, the emotion, the desire, the void? What is it? And so get into that detail this week. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week ahead. Bye-bye.